Welcome into Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, this side of the District 7 3A baseball tournament. We've got an elimination game. After a 3-hour and 15-minute weather delay, it is time for the Cumberland County Jets to take on the DeKalb County Tigers. It is win or go home, and the Cumberland County Jets have their ace on the mound, the senior right-hander Eli Ostrander, getting in his warm-up pitches. The Jets trying to get one over on DeKalb for the first time. The Tigers swept the regular season series a couple of weeks ago. The Tigers going to bat 1 through 9 tonight like this. Dallas Kirby leads them off. He's the shortstop, followed up by the catcher Ty Webb. Tucker Webb's the second baseman. He bats third. The first baseman Evan Pritchard bats fourth. The right fielder Luke Johnson bats fifth. The designated hitter is Colin Young. He bats sixth. Porter Hancock's on the mound today for DeKalb County. He bats seventh. The center fielder Ben Driver bats eighth. And Cooper Odom will bat ninth. He is the third baseman. Mentioned Eli Ostrander on the mound for the Jets. They've got a lot of confidence in him. They have saved him. He appeared briefly in their 9-7 victory over Livingston Academy. They needed him to slam the door. He did just that. Now they're looking for a quality start out of their senior on the mound.
Yeah, and he kind of struggled a little bit the last time these two teams met in the regular season. They lost 7-5 in that game. He got the start, but he only went 1 2/3, allowed 5 hits, 5 runs. 3 of them were earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. 58 pitches, only 29 of those were strikes, so struggling to find the strike zone against DeKalb County the first time around. And on the other side, Porter Hancock was pretty solid, a big reason why he is getting the start today. And for DeKalb County, they got the day off yesterday, whereas Cumberland County had to play Upperman. Ended up falling in that game 8-4. They led 4-2 in the fourth and were unable to hold on to the lead.
It's a bracket that simply doesn't make a ton of sense, but the end result is DeKalb County didn't have to play a day ago. They played one less game than the Jets have, and both have the same stakes on the line in this one. It's win or go home, as the first pitch from Ostrander is across for strike one. Expected to start at 4 o'clock. We start at 7:15 instead, 7:14 actually. It is a doubleheader tonight. Get your coffee. It's going to be a late night in Baxter. In the Jeff P.D. Goolsby Press Box, I'm Noah McKay. That's Jacob Vincent. Coverage of this entire tournament is presented by our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment, and it's quickly 0-2 here to Dallas Kirby from Eli Ostrander.
Yeah, and Cumberland County on the way here, beating L.A. 9-7 to play Upperman yesterday, end up falling, whereas DeKalb County got beat 14-0 by Sparta.
This one chopped over from Kirby. Long way to go from second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. It's a nice job by Jake Christopher. The field in the infield is okay. It was tarped over in the outfield. There's standing water in some places. It is going to be a slippery track there and in foul territory. Could play a factor throughout this tournament. We're supposed to play 2 games tonight, 3 games tomorrow. We may see on Sunday. The weather tomorrow looks very, very bad, but they're going to play as many games as they can. Here comes Ty Webb for AB number 2 for the Tigers.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the Upperman Bees coaching staff, players, and just everybody involved did a great job of getting this field ready. It didn't get that heavy downpour that some of the other around the areas got, as that one was across for strike one, but they did a great job of getting it nice and ready to go.
Ostrander appears to have the goods early on as that pitch just misses. It's 1-1. Very early here, Ty Webb at the plate. Good hitter versus a good batter, and Webb calls time immediately here. And you'll see this a lot. DeKalb County, that's what they're going to do. It's not going to be a quick game with the Tigers involved. They're going to throw a lot of pitchers. They're going to call time a lot, try to change up the tempo at various times. The 1-1 waved at and missed on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, 73 miles an hour. Went with the breaking ball the first couple of times, slowing it down. And now ahead in the count, kind of can go anywhere.
It may have been the change, in fact, from Ostrander as he mixes it up. Here comes the 1-2. That one swung on. More work for Christopher at second. Fields cleanly again. So throws in time over to first. And it's 2 up, 2 down for the Jets defense.
Yeah, a couple of nice plays by Christopher at second base. And again, you mentioned that infield. Pretty much dry for the most part. They had the tarp covering the whole infield, so the dirt and the grass. It's when you get to the outfield and behind home plate where it's going to be a little bit soggy today.
It's a Cumberland County team that up until 2 weeks ago was cruising in the 2 seed behind the Bees. They were 2 games clear of everybody. Then they really struggled their last 2 weeks of the regular season, all the way to the 5 line. But because of how this tournament's set up, it doesn't really matter. 0-1 as that one's fired in for a strike here to Tucker Webb. The 0-1, that one bounces in. Great zone behind the plate. Probably the best zone in the Upper Cumberland tonight here in game number 1.
And you mentioned Ostrander, about 84 on the gun with the fastball early on here.
1-1, that one bounces in, and it is 2-1. And just the reality of all the moisture, you can already see it kind of getting chalked up. The batter's box, especially behind where the catchers are, It's going to get a little torn up in this tournament. Here comes the 2-1, and now all of a sudden Ostranders lost some of that control. That's 3 straight in the dirt.
He's trying to figure out that footing on the mound as well. But again, everything, they had tarp not only on home plate and the mound, but then the big tarp over the top of it. So not a ton of moisture getting into it other than just what kind of seeped underneath it. But now behind 3-1, trying to work his way back into it. Got a couple of ground outs to start. And trying to get back into it now against DeKalb County.
We talked about the bracket. Here's another reality. DeKalb County's only played 4 or 5 innings so far.
Yep.
They got run ruled 14-0 by White County. Cumberland County's played 2 complete games so far, both fairly tight. Here comes the 3-1. This one's chopped over towards third. A high hopper, a long throw to make, and it is picked out in time. A tremendous pick over at first base by Isaiah Shelton on the throw from Connor Hankins. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for the Jets defense. They'll come to the plate against Porter Hancock for the Tigers when we return. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. Bottom 1 in game 1 of 2 tonight, and it's Porter Hancock on the mound for the DeKalb County Tigers. The right-hander going to face a Cumberland County Jets lineup that bats like this. Eli Ostrander's the pitcher. He leads them off. The left fielder, Ryder Myers, bats second. Batting third is the first baseman, Isaiah Shelton. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Connor Hankins. Titus Ostrander, the freshman, is the center fielder. He bats fifth. Caleb Hahn, the shortstop, bats sixth. The designated hitter, Jaden Hensley, will bat seventh. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Jake Christopher. And the catcher, David Gloop, rounds out the order. Rylan Burnett's in right field. He's not batting today, being hit for by Hensley. Porter Hancock on the mound, and the reason why, his last start, a really good one against the Cumberland County, against the Cumberland County Jets a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he was really good. The 5 2/3, just a couple of hits, or a few hits allowed, just a couple of runs, and one of the longer outings that we have seen from a DeKalb County starter throughout this season. Not just here in these last few ball games. It's Coach Webb, he likes to go to his pitching staff quite a bit, and so the reason he gets the start, he had a lot of success the last time out. And something I'm paying attention to here, Tucker Webb at second base is really favoring that right foot right now. I think he stepped on the bag wrong or misstepped or something, and he might be hurting a little bit with that right ankle.
And Tad Webb's coming out and having a word with the home plate umpire and kind of looking at Tucker. You're right. He is clearly favoring his right foot. And that's a huge piece for this DeKalb County team. You hope he's okay. He's trying to battle in. You see him jogging over to pick up that grounder. And, of course, that's also a position where you need some range. So even if you don't take him out, do they make a move somewhere else in the infield?
He's favoring it heavily and still limping on it pretty hard. So he's going to stay in there for now. And
he's a gamer. He doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Here's Eli Ostrander, biggest bat in the order, leads it off today for Cumberland County. The Jets 10-15 on the season. DeKalb County 5-20. But the only thing that matters is what you do in the tournament. CC's 1-1, DeKalb 0-1. It's winner go home tonight. Winner gets the winner of our next game tomorrow at either 10 or 12:30. If Livingston wins our next game between them and Sparta, the game will be at 10. If Sparta wins, the game will be at 12:30. Prom is in the air. And we say that, it could end up being Sunday as that pitch misses outside. 2-0.
Also a very likely possibility, or even Monday.
I think Sunday will be okay, but it's going to dump a lot of rain tomorrow. 2-0, that one misses low, and it's quickly 3-0 here. And you mentioned Coach Webb, he rolls through the pitchers in a regular season game. An elimination game, we expect it to be a quick hook tonight.
And he's only got one guy that's not available. Their freshman, Elliot Barnes. He threw 59 pitches the other day, so he's not going to be available tonight, but he's the only pitcher that he cannot go to.
And it is a 4-pitch walk. Hancock trying to find the grooves. And already Coach Webb is standing outside of his dugout as Eli Ostrander works a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom half of the first.
No, you mentioned it. It's an elimination game. You have to win this to keep your season alive, so it's going to be a quick pull if he starts to get into a lot of trouble early on.
Here's Ryder Myers as he climbs in, and it's a Jets team that would love to take an early lead. You know Coach Thompson, they're going to play some small ball if they can. What would they do here? First pitch swinging for Myers, and it gets just past the outstretched glove of Dallas Kirby. And a great start for the Jets in the bottom half after a 1-2-3 top. It's 2 on with nobody out.
Yeah, not too many times you're going to be swinging first pitch after a 4-pitch walk, but he got one to handle and put it into the outfield, so it pays off for the Jets. And now you got Isaiah Shelton coming to the plate, who cranked one yesterday against the Bees.
He did. He put Upperman back against the wall. Latest deficit they've had in district play in over a year, 4-2. Upperman answered with a 6 spot in the bottom half of the fifth to win that game 8-4. He climbs in here looking for another big fly. First pitch misses low. And with the weather moving out, it has cooled off significantly. 65 degrees right now, a little breeze. It's going to be a little chilly tonight here at the ballpark in Baxter. Just 6 pitches in. On the mound for Porter Hancock, he's trying to find the zone. He's thrown 1 strike, and it was set into left field. This one's chopped over, and it's 1-1. Shelton's at the plate. Connor Hankins behind him as the Jets look for an early lead. And knowing they've got Ostrander on the other side, they would love a little run support here for their ace.
And you mentioned the late start. Still a pretty good crowd on hand. Cumberland County shown out. DeKalb County fans here. White County's already here as well, some of them.
1-1 coming in. That one fouled off. It was going to be ball 2. Instead, it's 1-2. And see if Porter Hancock can capitalize on it.
Yeah, got a little bit of help there. And right now, if you're Cumberland County, you're just trying to move those runners over. You got nobody out here in the first inning. Try to get them into scoring position, something to the outfield. Do you wonders.
A walk and a hit so far for the Jets. Hancock now ahead for the first time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He kicks and deals. That one misses low. Ball 2.
They've been patient with the approaches, with the exception of second batter and Myers coming up, swinging first pitch. He was able to do something with it, though. Obviously drawing the walk on 4 pitches to the opening batter, and Ostrander.
Live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network tonight. We welcome you in. The 2-2, that one misses up. Exclusive home for District 7 AAA baseball action right here on UCR. Gentry's Power Equipment is your hometown steel and Exmark dealer located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. Visit them for all your outdoor power equipment needs. This rain is going to mean your lawn is going to grow. Upgrade. Go see our friends tomorrow during that rain. 3-2 now, full count, big moment early on in this elimination game. Hancock slides and deals, misses up and in, ball 4. And here comes Tad Webb immediately, and I would suspect this may be a change. Bases loaded, nobody out, cleanup batter coming up in the form of Connor Hankins.
Just 11 pitches in, and Connor Hankins played pretty well yesterday, especially in the field defensively. Obviously made a nice play to end that top of the first inning against the DeKalb County offense. And we'll see if it's maybe just a conversation. We know Coach Webb likes to kind of try to settle his guys down, but we've seen the quick trigger as well and pulling guys out, changing them up. And might be one of those where you go out there, settle them down. Maybe you send somebody to the bullpen. We've seen him do that before as well.
The 5 wins, 4 of them in district play for DeKalb County. It's how they were able to get themselves up to the 3 seed. And it is not going to be a change yet. Porter Hancock going to try and battle in here this time. Multi-sport athlete out there on the mound. Good basketball player. It was a DeKalb basketball team that came out of nowhere to make the region tournament. They're trying to do the same thing here in this one, but they're in a little bit of trouble. Here's Connor Hankins. Bases juiced. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, what an opportunity here for the Jets to try to break this one open early on.
And remember, DeKalb gave up 10 in the first inning on Wednesday against Sparta, trying to avoid something similar as that pitch misses up. Ball 1. In the field today for DeKalb. Ty Webb catches the balls and strikes. Evan Pritchard's at first. Tucker Webb's at second. He looks to be okay after that little tweak. Dallas Kirby is at short. And Cooper Odom's over at third. Here comes the 1-0. This one chopped foul. It'll be 1-1. Right fielder is Luke Johnson. Out in the left is Andrew Dacus, and Ben Driver, man center for the Tigers. Keep those comments rolling in. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Subscribe or follow the page. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button no matter where you're watching. The 1-1 fouled back, and again, Hancock goes ahead 1-2. Was here in the last AB, ultimately gave up the walk.
It feels a little like football season tonight. 7 o'clock start time. Probably going to be here till about midnight with the end zone show.
The 1-2, and he got him swinging at that one in the dirt, nowhere to go, so it's a big punch out for Porter Hancock on the mound.
Yeah, that's huge for DeKalb County, and especially Hancock, who had really been struggling to find the zone. He got a couple of chases, so got a little bit of help there at the bottom part of the zone. Still not out of it, just the one out, so still a big opportunity here for the Jets.
Listen, AB, Connor Hankins going to want that back. A guy's given up 2 walks, and he offered at a couple of pitches that were nowhere close. Instead, it's strike 3, and here comes Titus Ostrander, this freshman. Going to be really good for the next 3 years. He climbs in with the bases loaded. DeKalb wants to turn 2 and retire the side and get out of a major league jam. First pitch swinging for Ostrander. It's rolled over, fielded cleanly at third. Throw to first is in time. They trade a run for an out. The Jets make it 1-0. Coach Webb says that's just fine. They don't try to turn 2. They make the surefire play as Odom fires over to Pritchard.
And if you're able to get this final out, then it's really no harm done. Obviously, you have the run across, but if you have bases loaded, nobody out, and you only allow 1 run, that's a win for DeKalb County.
Give Ostrander an RBI on the ground out. It'll bring in Caleb Hahn, the shortstop, so got 2 in scoring position. And the first pitch coming from Hancock misses upstairs for ball 1. I'm a little surprised at the aggressiveness for the Jets. Last 2 ABs.
That might be a conversation in between innings for Coach Thompson. Hey, let's maybe take a pitch or 2 before you get a strike in there with the amount he's been outside the zone.
A 1-0 for Hancock, and this one's sent up into the air. Driver giving chase in center. He's tracking it, and he will make the catch. And that's a nice job by the DeKalb County defense to limit the damage. Bases loaded with nobody out results in just 1 run across from the Jets. We head to the second. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Eli Ostrander has 1 run to play with. That's a 1-0 game for the Jets. They had the bases loaded with nobody out. DeKalb County able to work out of the jam. A little bit aggressive at the plate for Cumberland County, but they do have the 1-run lead after a clean 1-2-3 top half of the first. It's Pritchard, Johnson, and Young due up for the Tigers here.
Yeah, and if you're DeKalb County, that's exactly what you're looking for. Obviously, you don't want to give up the run, but you got into a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. And you got a little bit of help from the Jets there, who were fairly aggressive at the plate, even though Hancock was struggling to find the zone at times there in that first inning.
First pitch swinging here for Evan Pritchard as he fouls it off. Just 12 pitches in the inning number 1 for Eli Ostrander. Trying to find his stride here. Struggled just a little bit by his very high standards his past few outings, but he looked good in inning number 1, and he's quickly ahead here, 0-2.
He's been pounding the zone. It was breaking balls early on. Now he's starting to locate that fastball, and I mentioned it. He's about 84, 85 on the gun with a fastball, can rip off the breaking ball down to 73, so he can mix it up pretty well.
And Tyler Thompson, he recognized the bracket is the way that it is, recognized how big of a favorite their opponent yesterday was, and they gave him a great test, but he left his number 1 available for this game, and he's rewarded him very early on as that pitch misses low and outside.
Yeah, and really the way that the Jets have approached this tournament, obviously winning first game, it's almost a disadvantage if you don't win that second game. They didn't, but
great pitch. That one's across with a slider for Cold. Strike 3. First punch out for Eli Ostrander.
Yeah, really good breaking ball, kind of the backdoor breaking ball. That outside corner got the call and able to get that first out. But throwing Minyard yesterday, and as well as he threw it yesterday, was a huge positive for him. I know they didn't win the game, but saved some of your arms, saved Ostrander, obviously, and now you have a chance to win this one. And then if you get into tomorrow or maybe Sunday, Monday, who knows?
Well, and I will bring up something interesting as Luke Johnson climbs in, and that breaking ball is working for Ostrander. If this tournament does not get played tomorrow, the calculus changes for some of the arms who threw on Wednesday and Thursday. So that's going to be very interesting to watch, particularly for these teams in the bottom half of the bracket. More work for Christopher, and another nice grab and a throw to first in time. 5 up, 5 down for Ostrander and the Jets defense.
That was a nice play. It was a hot shot there at second base. Kind of took an awkward hop, and he kind of stabbed at it. He was able to knock it down and keep it in front and make the play.
Colin Young trying to solve this senior on the mound. He'll climb in here for the first time. 18 pitches through an inning and 2/3 for Eli Ostrander. And you're looking for long quality outings in games like this if you're not going to have the revolving door. As that pitch is across, just misses for ball 1.
Yeah, if you win this game, whoever wins this first game, second game, you're really hoping for a rain out tomorrow so you can save some of those arms.
The 1-0 misses low and outside. 2-0.
And if you're DeKalb County and Livingston, you win these games, then you're feeling really good if it gets rained out tomorrow.
And that's a good breaking ball across, 2-1. Been the best pitch so far. That slider all the way across for Eli Ostrander.
I think it was a boomerang.
Colin Young now. See if he goes into swing mode. And he threw that breaking ball again, freezes it up, and deuces wild, 2-2 with 2 outs.
So he's struggled with the fastball on the location, but that breaking ball has been spot on.
Working quickly, the 2-2, swung on and missed. Eli Ostrander with a dominant inning on the mound. The Tigers go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom half in a 1-0 ball game. This is the 7-3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the second, and Porter Hancock knows the job now. He's got to hold it right where it is because Eli Ostrander has the goods. The Jets have their ace on the mound in their third game of this district tournament in a 1-0 lead. And big onus on the DeKalb defense as Cumberland County be looking for some insurance with 7-8-9 coming up.
Yeah, it seems like Eli Ostrander has the goods today, and especially that breaking ball. Hadn't thrown the fastball great, but the breaking ball has been the saving grace right now. Defense has stood up to the task. Now, if you're Porter Hancock, you got to use that last inning as momentum because you had bases loaded, nobody out. You were not able to find the strike zone. You got some help from the Jets' bats. You got to take advantage of it. Now, if you're the Jets, maybe see if you're a little bit more patient here in this second inning.
Game 2 coming up in a new stream. It's the Livingston Academy Wildcats against the White County Warriors in another elimination game. The two winners of these games will face off in the next round, whenever that is, as the first pitch from Hancock misses up and in. And really, Cumberland County kind of gifted DeKalb County a few outs in that last frame. The control not quite been there yet for Hancock, trying to dial it in. And that one misses away again. It's 2-0.
And again, he pitched pretty well against Cumberland County last time out in the 5 1/3. Had a few strikeouts involved.
And I believe we've got action in the DeKalb County bullpen. Coach Webb looking down there, and he may be about to make a change at 20 pitches. I think a change is coming here. Under that 25 mark, here comes the 2-0. That one swung on, and it will be through for a base hit. And that's probably going to be the last pitch of the ball game out there on the mound as Jaden Hensley will take first. The DH gets it done to lead off the second.
That's what you're out there to do as the designated hitter. Get on base and see if you can't get a runner to come around to score. And Coach Webb is going to come out. This might be the change to send to the bullpen.
Potentially.
And warm somebody up or just coming straight in from the bullpen.
This is going to be interesting to watch. So
the right fielder is going to be coming in. New right fielder in.
That's Luke Johnson going in from right field. New right.
He might be going to warm up, and then he may be your relief pitcher coming in.
So number 10 goes out into the outfield, and that is going to be not on. Oh, never mind. That's Smithson going out into right. So Smithson goes into right field. And Luke Johnson going to warm up. He's been a reliever for this team. It's not going to be a change yet at 21 pitches. But, again, probably actually have 55 because we don't anticipate playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jake Christopher, the second baseman, climbs in. He flicked one into right field yesterday with a big base hit against the top-seeded Bees. Semifinals of the winners bracket will be those Bees taking on Stone Memorial at some point.
10 or 12:30, depending on what Livingston Academy does later. Well, maybe 10 or 12:30 tomorrow. Probably not.
Christopher shows bunt and just flicks it foul. David Gloop on deck, and then Eli Ostrander looming. Big moments here in the ball game as CC looks to add on early on.
And that's all you're trying to do right now. You're trying to get that runner in scoring position. Wouldn't be surprised if you see 2 bunts in a row here if you're able to get this first one down. And then you'd have Ostrander at the plate, 2 outs, and maybe a runner on third.
Odom playing way in over at third, protecting the bunt. Christopher shows it again, gets it down. Webb throws off the mask, and a low throw, and it will get away. Hensley going to stay where he is, and that's going to be an E in the field. First error of the ball game, and it's runners at first and second, and here comes David Gloop.
That was really a pretty good bunt. Right back up the middle, kind of right in between the mound and home plate. Webb got a good bounce on it, but just didn't quite get around quick enough. You've got a quick runner, Christopher, who's able to beat it out. Now do you bunt again with runners on first and second?
Yeah, Webb just kind of didn't come out clean that time, kind of spiked it, and it tipped off the glove on the hop over at first for Pritchard. Now here's Gloop. Is he going to bunt? He sure is. And this one popped up into the air, but it will drop in front of Hancock. He'll throw down to third. It's low, but Kirby able to make the adjustment. Hensley kind of held up because the bunt was popped up. So DeKalb gets the lead runner for out number 1, and here comes Eli Ostrander.
So for DeKalb County, like you said, you get that lead out, you get the important out, but obviously still runners on first and second with now back to the top of the lineup for the Jets.
Ostrander walked on 4 pitches, came around to score their first run and only run in the last frame, climbs in here. This next is pitch number 25 for Hancock. First pitch misses inside, so Eli Ostrander hasn't seen a strike yet.
That's 25 pitches for Hancock on the mound, so it takes him out of tomorrow. But again, we don't expect, or at least it'd be tough to get games in tomorrow.
1-0 pitch, and Ostrander swung at a ball. That one was up and in, and it bounced off of him. So he's trying to walk that off, and he's been so good on the other side. You don't want any dings happening to him if you're a Jets fan.
Yeah, I'm trying to stretch it out.
Baseball under the lights. We're going to be here for a while tonight in Baxter.
Instead of get your popcorn ready, get your caffeine ready.
Yeah, get your energy drink, your coffee, whatever your caffeine of choice is, your 5-hour energies. Do people actually drink those? The 1-1, that one misses low, and it's 2-1. And again, the only pitch that has been a strike was a ball that was swung at by the Jets. That's been a common theme so far.
And that was after getting ahead 1-0 and pretty much the same spot, just inside in on the hands.
The 2-1 coming from Hancock to Ostrander, and this one's ripped up the middle. Long way for driver to go. He will not get there. But again, the runners hold just in case that ball was caught. So it's going to be a hard hit single. Everybody's safe, and for the second consecutive inning, the bases are loaded for the Jets. And here comes Ryder Myers, who hit the first pitch he saw into left field back in the first.
Yeah, that was a good job by Driver. He was charging in hard on it. It almost got past. It kind of stuck the glove out, but able to knock it down and charges in on it, keeps the runner at third base in the process. So again, bases loaded and 1 out. We'll see if the Jets are able to cash in.
It was bases loaded with nobody out in the first. They only scored 1 run on it as the first pitch misses up to Myers for ball 1. 29 pitches here for Porter Hancock through an inning and a third.
If you're the Jets, something in the outfield. That's all you're looking for right here.
The 1-0. Slide and deliver. That's a good pitch. Maybe the best one he's thrown so far. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. And remember, DeKalb County swept the regular season series, really stopped all of the Jets' momentum that they had as they sputtered here into this tournament, but they've looked much better the past couple of days. They look good right now, but they're looking to capitalize. Here comes the 1-1 from Hancock to Myers. That one's chopped over. Weakly, it's a fair ball, and the throw comes home. Runner stayed put. Or is it a foul ball?
I think it was just foul.
Barely foul. And there has been some weird base running for Cumberland County in this inning so far.
Yeah, obviously we saw that kind of pop-up bunt. Runner pauses at second base, and then they force out over at third. That time, the runner not going on the ground ball down the line. Bases loaded, and you got to be going.
Yeah, if the ball's in play, you're running. There's nowhere to go unless it's in the air. This one rolled over, and that's a fair ball as it tips off the glove, and 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Myers chugging for 2. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Ryder Myers, and the Jets add on. It's 3-0.
And that's why you're running hard right there. Anything that gets to the outfield scores a couple, exactly what they do, 3-0, and here comes Coach Webb for DeKalb County, still 1 out in the second.
Luke Johnson's over in the bullpen for DeKalb, and it looks like it may be time for a change. He's not required to make one, but he does check over his shoulder. He'll kill the clock as always, and that will be it. A time for a call to the bullpen for the DeKalb County Tigers. The Jets have 2 in the frame. They're looking for more. Don't go anywhere.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. What a start for the Cumberland County Jets. They lead 3-0 and have runners at second and third with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second inning, and it is a call to the bullpen for Coach Tad Webb as Luke Johnson, the right-handed pitcher, checks in here, trying to limit the damage. Eli Ostrander's been great on the other side. DeKalb County so far in this tournament been outscored 17-0. They need to stop the bleeding right now if they want to save their season.
Yeah, and Luke Johnson, he hadn't pitched for some time, so another one of those guys here for DeKalb County who's coming in and maybe not the freshest on the mound. Again, it's district tournament. It's an elimination game. You got to have somebody good go out there, put a 0 up on the board because Cumberland County right now, they're swinging it well. They're starting to be a little bit more patient. Now they're getting those timely hits.
All right, let's call a spade a spade. Cumberland County wants to pour it on and get Eli Ostrander out of this game under 55 pitches. If they do that, they'd have a chance to make some noise moving forward to Sunday if the games do get postponed tomorrow. It's a big if. We found Johnson's last game on April 15th against Stone, where he pitched 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. He enters in a huge spot here. First pitch swinging. This one flared up. in the infield, and it drops. Another error, and now a throw behind the runner at third. What is going on? A rundown now here for DeKalb as they try and track him back and forth. Another low throw. That one picked out by Kirby. Throw over. Now a chase. Throw to third. Webb going to give a foot race. Can't quite get there. Throw down. Cumberland County just ran themselves into an out. An error on the board. Isaiah Shelton heads down to second. And that was weird.
Head scratching.
So Ostrander's out. Myers is at third. Shelton is at second. And
I think Ostrander just didn't realize how far he was off the bag.
maybe so. Good run down there for DeKalb County. Here comes Connor Hankins.
Because it should have been bases loaded and one out.
Yeah, that's a huge, huge rundown for DeKalb County. First pitch swinging for Hankins comes up empty-handed. See if that helps the pitcher Johnson on the mound settle in a little bit.
I mean, this could be an even bigger lead for Cumberland County. Obviously pretty aggressive in that first inning against Hancock, and now have run into an out and seen some interesting base running in this second inning from the Jets.
Now it misses up and in, and Johnson, 78 on the gun there. That was weird.
It's the best way to put it, I think.
I don't have another adjective for it.
Unless he just wanted to go get warm for the next inning.
I doubt that. The breaking ball is a good one from Johnson, and he's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This would be a big get-out-of-jail-free card
huge
for Luke Johnson if he finds a way to get this out. Keeps DeKalb alive, very much so. The 1-2. That one sent out of play. Cookeville, score update, up on Laverne, 5-0 early on across the county as they are in the loser's bracket, having to go the long way. Undefeated in regular season district play, fall yesterday to Stewart's Creek. It's a good district.
Yeah.
And the Cavs trying to battle in the 1-2. Cold strike 3. Luke Johnson out of the bullpen gets 2 huge outs. 2 across for the Jets, but 2 more stranded in scoring position. We head to the third in a 3-0 ball game. This is the District 7-3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Eli Ostrander has a 3-run lead now on the mound in the top of the third inning. Probably should have more. Ran himself into a huge out, and he'll be looking to put that in his rearview mirror. 7-8-9 due up for DeKalb, who has barely touched him on the mound so far.
And it looks like DeKalb County, again, you mentioned it, with the substitutions they made out in the field in that last half inning, and now have to make a substitution at the plate as well. And so a new batter will be coming in this spot.
And that's going to be Logan Duke, who comes in, multi-sport athlete. And Logan Duke has hit a growth spurt. He is a lot taller than he was just a couple of months ago. First pitch misses ball 1, then revved up the fastball that time.
Or it's just in basketball, they're a little bit taller. Baseball, maybe a little bit
shorter.
shorter.
No, he's definitely taller. He's taller than he was when they played Upperman a few weeks ago. Here comes the 1-1. This one ripped over, and it's the first base runner and first base hit for the Tigers. The Jets have left the door open for him. They're going to try and kick it down with a leadoff single.
Yeah, I mentioned it. It feels like the Jets should probably have 1 or 2 more runs in this game. Still up 3-0. Not a bad lead whatsoever. but left a couple of runs out there, especially running into some trouble on the base path. Ostrander's been really good on the mound, just the first hit allowed. We'll see if he's able to bear down and make some pitches here.
Here's Ben Driver, the center fielder, who made a nice grab earlier. Throw over from Ostrander. He's got a great pickoff move. Tries to steal one there. Duke's back in time. Driver with a ton of speed. See if they try to play a little small ball here potentially. He shows bunt that one away. Runner was going. Throw behind. Tag there. He's gone. Heads up behind the plate by David Gloop. Porter Hancock, or pardon me, Logan Duke was relying on that bunt to get down. It did not. And that is out number one.
Yeah, and Coach Webb was not too happy about it either after getting thrown out on the base path. We just talked about the Jets make a couple of outs on the base path, and DeKalb County gives one right back.
So, Driver now can swing away, 0-1. Yeah, that kind of erases in some ways. Each team's made one, for lack of a better word, boneheaded base running mistake in the last couple of frames. Here comes the 2-0 pitch home. That one's right down Main Street for Ostrander, 2-1. Turning into a perfect night for baseball. The field's just real wet as that one misses up and in, 3-1.
Yeah, the temperature's nice and cool, not any wind whatsoever. You mentioned it, the field just a little bit soggy, but it's not too bad.
Ostrander steps off. Remember, we got another game coming up after this one.
30
Sparta
minutes
and Stone
following.
Memorial, which if you know us, it's kind of hilarious that Jacob Vincent's going to take the play-by-play headset for the late game.
Yeah.
Here comes the 3-1.
That might keep me up, I guess.
That one misses up and in, and Driver heads down to first, and that base running error comes up big again because this should be 2 on with nobody out, and instead it's 1 on with 1 out for Cooper Odom.
Yeah, that's really big for DeKalb County. Now, with 1 out, do you put a move on again maybe with another runner on first?
Yeah, Dallas Kirby on deck. Of course, a great hitter, Cooper Odom. He's got a long look down to Coach Webb and going with all the signs, 90% of which mean nothing, but you're looking for the one key one. Some coaches still do it that way. Coach Shanks, he does the numbers. They check the wristbands. And it is bunt shown, and Ostrander overthrew that one, trying to get it past him. And on the wild pitch, a runner goes into scoring position for DeKalb County.
Well, now for DeKalb County, you don't have to worry about the bunt. You can swing away unless you're trying to move him over to third base, which you could definitely do as well.
Well, one other thing to think about with the bunts, this field, it was tarp, but moisture did get through. It's going to not bounce very far. We've seen that a couple of times already. So you put one down in the right spot, and you have a chance to leg it out.
First base will be playing in for the Jets, trying to play for a possible bunt again.
Cooper Odom way down there in that stance. Ostrander having to work out of the stretch for the first time, was dominant through 2 innings. Now there's some traffic. That one fouled off, 1-1.
That was the base hit by Duke to lead it off, and then obviously able to get the out on the base path, then the walk afterwards. Now trying to find the zone again, has worked it back to even. He gets Dallas Kirby up next, so you'd love to get it out here and face him with 2.
Ostrander with a look back. Here comes the 1-1. Slider, great pitch. It's been his best pitch all game long, 1-2.
It really has. Every time he's needed a strike across, right back to the well, and it's worked almost every single time.
He wants something. I suspect it may be that slider again. We'll see. Shook off 2 pitches. The 1-2. It sure is. Check swing. He offered at it for strike 3. And Ostrander rallies back with a big punch out. Lineup flips over here with a runner at second for Dallas Kirby.
Like I said, you'd rather face Dallas Kirby with 2 outs. That's exactly what he's going to get. Obviously not out of the woods yet. Got a runner on second base, so you're trying to strand him there and keep the lead at 3.
3 strikeouts so far for Ostrander. First time through the order. He's at 35 pitches through 2 2/3. Here's Dallas Kirby. Grounded out to open the game over to second. It's still just 3-0. That run comes across. It could be big.
Yeah.
And first pitch, Slider able to just keep those hands back. 1-0.
I feel like he kind of thought he may have offered at it there, the way he reacted.
The field umpire doesn't have a good view at it.
No.
Home plate umpire says he didn't. Go.
Up that shortstop side.
Comes the 1-0. That breaking ball again. That time it's across for a strike. Kirby didn't like it, but that ended up right down Main Street for strike 1.
I think that's one where he's not looking for that pitch. He's looking for a fastball, gets the breaking ball, and freezes him.
It did start inside, and they ripped right across. Talk about great athletes. Dallas Kirby, certainly one of them. Mentioned that district basketball tournament. He took it over. And gave
player.
In their first 2 matchups, sent them into the region tournament. Here comes the 1-1. That pitch a little bit inside. 2-1.
That's a good spot, though. Didn't miss by a whole lot. That's one where, depending on the umpire, you might get the call some nights.
Yeah, maybe in game 2 in the 6th inning, that's a strike, potentially. Well, would you look at that? Livingston Academy got some reinforcements than they had in their game on Wednesday night. Maybe a little bit more tan after a trip to Florida. As that pitch gets away and chugging into third is Driver, and now first run for DeKalb just 90 feet away. 3-1 count, and it's the best bats in the order. Kirby at the plate and Ty Webb right behind him.
Yeah, you really got to make some pitches now with that run 90 feet away. You said it. 3-1 compared to 3-0 feels a whole lot different, especially for DeKalb County. If you can kind of build some of that momentum, you got Luke Johnson on the mound now. Seems like he's found a little bit of rhythm on the other side.
Goose is listening from the Cumberland County dugout over there. 3-1. Slider across for a strike. 3-2. Goose and I spent 2.5 hours at the Mexican restaurant in Baxter solving all of our golfing problems. So we're fully expecting to shoot in the low 60s next time we head out. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. This one swung on, chopped over to first, fielded cleanly on the hop, and a foot race, one over to the bag by Isaiah Shelton. Runner stranded 90 feet away from the Tigers. We head to the bottom of the third in a 3-0 game. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Bottom of the third here in Baxter. Cumberland County Jets with a 3-0 lead, looking for more. Luke Johnson came in and got a great set of outs. Got a little help. Again, the base running for both teams is not exactly where they wanted it to be so far. Cumberland County looking for more, though, with 5, 6, 7 due up here in the third.
And a little bit might be you're pressing. I mean, your season's on the line. You lose, you're done. You win, you stay alive for at least another game. So that's you win this game, you play the winner of the next game, again, to keep your season alive, and then maybe a chance to get into that district championship game. But it's a long road to do it through this loser's side of the bracket after losing yesterday or on Thursday or Wednesday, I guess it was. You got to figure out pitching, and so far, the Jets in the driver's seats.
You got to win 3 games, not to win the district, to get into the championship round. Then you'd have to win 5 to actually win this tournament, but 3 gets you into the region tournament with a top 2 finish, which, as the first pitch is in there, Ostrander for a strike. We live in the world where Upperman is 11-0 and has not played closer than a 3-run game. Second's pretty good getting out of this district tournament. Here comes the 0-1. That one missed somewhere, 1-1.
Obviously, last year it was DeKalb County. It was able to get to that region tournament for the first time in a while.
Of course, this year it was hosted in the Upper Cumberland, the 1-1. 2-1, which means we don't get to play the Air Force course, which it's okay. We'll go play Honky Tonk National instead. That is a little better. It's a little more expensive, but it's
a little bit different price.
It is different experience. Comes the 2-1, same pace of play.
Yeah.
In there for don't go there. 2-2, leave it open.
It's tremendous.
It is. No free shout-outs.
So is the Air Force Base.
No free shout-outs. We'll give a shout-out to the Air Force. Here comes the 2-2. That one swung on and missed it. How about Luke Johnson coming in? Back-to-back punch-outs out of the bullpen, settling things down for the Tigers, trailing 3-0.
That's been the main thing they've needed. Somebody just to hit the zone, and then if it gets hit, let your defense make some plays behind you. Johnson has done a good job so far. Retired 3 straight.
Caleb Hahn climbs in. He's 0-for-1 with a fly out to center field. Just 11 pitches through 3 batters faced for Johnson. Started in right. Now out here, first pitch is across for strike 1.
And about 79 on the gun, 79 to 80 on the fastball. Haven't seen a whole lot of off-speed stuff yet.
He's got a little wider of a release point, and right now the Jets struggling to pick it up, it seems like. Comes the 0-1. And right there again, it's 0-2. And you mentioned it, in the zone. That's been huge for him. Jaden Hensley on deck next here. 0-2. Called strike 3 right across at the knees. 3 straight strikes. No movement with the bat. And that'll get it done for Luke Johnson.
Yeah, and for the Jets, who are just a carousel around the base path in the first couple of innings. For DeKalb County, this is what you need. But then you got to get the bats going on the other side. Obviously, it starts with getting this final out here in the 3rd inning.
3 straight punch-outs on the mound for Luke Johnson. And the right-hander, Jaden Hensley, hit a single, came around to score. One of the 3 runs for the Jets his last time up. First pitch, and Johnson's really hitting that outside corner. That time just misses, and it's 1-0.
And that's the good thing right now. That's just barely a miss. He has been pounding the zone since he has entered.
Working quickly, the 1-0. That one swung on, chopped over. Dallas Kirby gets right under him, and he's 6. 3rd error of the game for DeKalb County. And the Jets have a 2-out base runner.
And that's that awkward hop where it's right between the grass and the dirt and just kind of shoots down low. Doesn't pop up into the glove like you expect it to do. Through the legs into the outfield.
Jay Christopher will climb in. He reached on an error. Came around to score in the 2nd. The Jets have scored at least 1 run in both frames so far. Johnson trying to settle back in. It was a good pitch. He earned the ground out, but 3rd error of the game. Right now, that's a huge difference on the scoreboard. 3-0 in runs and 3-0 in the errors. That one's across. Really, the Jets have a 3-point advantage in every stat that matters.
Yeah.
Runs, hits, and errors.
And again, have probably left a couple of runs out there.
Yeah, they've run themselves into a couple of outs. The 0-1 is fouled out of play to make it 0-2. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. John can't cuss, my friend, but he's cheering on the Jets. That last one's going to get deleted. Preston's watching, cheering on the Jets. Come on. We know better. As that one's right there, and what an inning from Luke Johnson on the mound. That's strike 3 again. About 4 punch-outs and 5 batters faced for him out of the pen. We head to the middle frames. It's 3-0 Jets. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Welcome back. 3-0 Jets as we head into the top of the 4th inning. DeKalb County trying to solve Eli Ostrander. Just 1 base runner, 2 in total. A walk and a single, but 1 runner got thrown out behind over at first. It's 2-3-4-2 up. Webb, and Pritchard for DeKalb County as they try and get something working offensively. The season on the line for both these teams tonight.
Seems like they're starting to build a little bit of momentum here in this fourth inning. This is where you got to start going. It's going to get late in a hurry here in these last few innings of the ball game. Cumberland County got that early momentum. DeKalb County got Luke Johnson to kind of settle the seas. Going to get the bats going now.
That did not come out clean at all. First real bad miss with the breaking ball for Ostrander. 1-0. He's at 42 pitches through 3 complete plus 1 pitch. So he's cruising along so far, just 1 hit allowed. This one rolled over, a long way to go. It's short and it's through for a base hit. Ty Webb puts it into center. And a leadoff base runner for the second consecutive inning for the DeKalb County Tigers. Here comes Tucker Webb trying to move him around.
That was a nice job right back up the middle, able to get it through. And we'll see if he stays on the run. Normally he does, being a good base runner, and he's going to stay out there.
Yeah, he's way quicker than your average catcher out there. Here comes Tucker Webb.
We got some really good defensive catchers. Obviously, Webb is probably one of the best ones. And we got some good runners in catchers as well. Ricky Allison runs, Webb runs, Talon Hurd, a quick runner.
Tucker Webb grounded out to third. It was a really nice play by the Jets infield his last time up. He shows bunt here, pitch right across for strike 1. Appreciate Gentry's Power Equipment on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, being a presenting sponsor of all of our postseason coverage here at UCR. It's your local Steel and X-Mark dealer. They're going to take care of your local folks who really know their stuff. Go and see them tomorrow. 0-1 bunt again. This one sent down the first baseline. Ostrander's there. Underhand flip over to first in time. So the sacrifice bunt moves the runner over 90 feet, and here comes Evan Pritchard.
A little bit of small ball for the DeKalb County Tigers. Now you get that runner into scoring position, and you got some of your big bats at the plate. Can you cash in and try to bring that first run across? This is a big couple of outs upcoming here for Ostrander if he's able to get them.
Evan Pritchard struck out looking his last time up against Ostrander. Yeah, 3-0, that's a nice cushion. Gets cut down to 2-1. It can start to get a little tight, especially in a game of this magnitude. But that's why Cumberland County feels comfortable with this young man on the mound. He's pitched in a ton of big games. First pitch slider dots up the outside corner.
That's such a good pitch, especially the backdoor breaking ball to the left-handed batter. It never looks like it's going to cross the plate, and you're able to get the call.
He went right back to it that time, missed outside, despite the frame behind the dish for Gloop. And what DeKalb has done is kept it close enough to where you take away any of that discussion of, under 55, do you take him out? Nope, they're going to have to leave him out there. Here comes the 1-1. This one chopped foul. It's 1-2.
Yeah, no Ostrander's thrown it well. Obviously just a couple of hits so far, no runs to this point. And his pitch count only at 48 pitches right now through 3 1/3.
Yeah, the only reason the pitch count's even interesting is because of those days of rest. Then you get to 75 if you wanted to find a way to somehow make the championship round.
Hit him.
And that one did hit Pritchard with a breaking ball.
It's a big one.
Yeah, he heads down to first. Runners at first and second.
1-2. You put him on first. So rather than having 2 outs, you're going to have now 2 runners on and 1 out. And a visit to the mound from Gloop behind the plate. Trying to figure out what they want to do with the runners on. Coach Webb will come and have a conversation with the home plate umpire as well. Give a little bit of time for Pritchard over there at first base. Make sure he's good to go. This is a big opportunity here for the Tigers. Runners on first and second and 1 out. Mentioned it, 3-0 feels fairly comfortable. 3-1, not as much.
Runners at first and second. So he had a single, a sacrifice bunt, a batter hit by a pitch. So the first real concerted effort. We kind of saw blips of it in the third for DeKalb. Now really putting pressure on, but Cumberland County has the backstop of that 3-0 lead. Webb is at second. Pritchard's at first. And a big spot here. And let's see who actually picked up the bat for DeKalb County.
Luke Johnson.
Luke Johnson does get it. First pitch, right back to the breaking ball, and that's a good one. Across for strike 1. So he goes back to it, of course. Right-handed batter here. That kind of just caught the back end of Pritchard on the one that hit him. Oh, 1 big swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. A good bounce back after hitting the batter for Eli Ostrander.
Yeah, if you're able to bounce back and get a strikeout after hitting a batter, feel pretty good about having 2 outs and force out anywhere.
You're going to hear that Cumberland County dugout get real rowdy if he does. Here comes the 0-2. That one misses outside and tips off the glove of Gloop. That's going to be a pass ball, and both runners advance 90 feet into scoring position. That's one Gloop just didn't quite get extended on.
Yeah, that's huge for DeKalb County. Now you've got both runners in scoring position and still just the 1 out, so anything to the outfield can get that first run across, and especially with 2 strikes, anything close, you're just trying to hit it high in the air.
The goose is loose. Coverage coming up at CumberlandReporter.com. From these games, we're here.
He was everywhere yesterday.
He was. Great coverage on the website. Photos. Got those sunset photos both days.
Yeah, tonight, great one as well.
The 1-2. That one misses inside. Deuce is wild. 2-2 with 2 on.
It's a good layoff right there.
Ostrander with a long look in. Out of the full windup. Comes home. This one rolled over. Tips off of his glove. Christopher has to adjust. It's a foot race. Throw to first is in time, but the run does score. DeKalb's on the board. Give an RBI to Luke Johnson, so he helps his own cause a little bit. And now it's a runner at third with 2 outs. And see who's coming in this time. It's Colin Young, the DH.
Well, that's a good job by DeKalb County. You get that first run across, so you're able to use that momentum. You're able to cash in for at least a run. Obviously, you still got a chance here with a runner on third and 2 outs and your DH at the plate.
That was almost disaster for the Jets because it tipped off the glove. Ostrander's thinking if I can touch that, he can come home. But instead, Christopher did a nice job sticking with it. Young chops this one up the middle. Long way to go, and it's into center field. And that's going to be an RBI single for Colin Young, and here come the Tigers. They've cut the deficit down to 1 here in the 4th.
Yeah, and that's frustrating for Ostrander. You had 2 strikes and 1 out. You hit a batter, put him on, and now 2 runs have come across. You're still not out of the inning, and another runner on first.
We mentioned how tight this district was every night with the exception of a game that featured the 1 seed. You're seeing it again. We saw it yesterday. Here tonight. 1-run game in the 4th. It's anybody's ball game, and we're going to have a runner check in here for the DH Young. So a little more speed on the base paths here as Coach Webb knows that's the potential game-tying run, 3 bags away. And that's going to be Moore checking in to run.
So like you said, you bring in maybe a little bit more speed for that potential tying run. We said it. It's going to get late in a hurry, so when you have these opportunities, you got to take advantage, and DeKalb County's did a great job of doing so here in this top of the 4th inning.
Now a quick throw for Ostrander. Moore back in. He's got to be hip to it. His first action. Ostrander trying to hunker down here and find a way to get out of this inning. DeKalb County's offense, they're back to life here. Couple of base hits. They have an RBI, some small ball being played. Another throw over. Tag smacked down by Shelton, but he's back in time.
Yeah, and Moore, he's not getting a big lead. He's already leaning back to the bag, even as Ostrander is kind of getting in his set position.
That pitch, close but no cigar, 1-0. Logan Duke at the plate. He singled, but then was part of that real base running mistake out there at first. Got thrown behind and tagged out. It is an unconventional batting stance for Duke, certainly. But he got the job done once, and he's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Eli Ostrander trying to find a way to throw strikes again. Cruised through his first 3 innings. Another throw over. And sometimes that's the sign of a little frustration for the pitcher. You're just trying to steal one some way and fire over a few hot shots to first.
And with 2 outs, you're just trying to focus on the batter and see if you can't get out of the inning.
2-0. There's a good pitch across for a strike. 80 miles per hour on the fastball, 2-1.
That's come down a little bit. He was at 84, 85 at the start of the ball game. Trying to control it a little bit more.
And again, this is Tyler Thompson wants Eli Ostrander on the mound in this spot. The 2-1. That one swung on and missed. 2-2 with 2 outs.
If you're able to keep the lead, get to the next inning, now you try to get your offense going.
It's 9-1-2 due up in the bottom half for the Jets. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Eli Ostrander does get out of it and strand a runner, but not before 2 come across for the Tigers. We got ourselves a ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
We got ourselves a ball game. It's win or go home in the 7 AAA tournament. And DeKalb County has cut a 3-0 deficit to 3-2. Luke Johnson's been really good. He's back to work here in relief. Thrown just 19 pitches. He's got 4 punch-outs through 5 batters faced. The one batter who reached was on an error, but he's got 9-1-2, so a tougher challenge here as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, we mentioned in the regular season, DeKalb County beat Cumberland County twice, 7-5 and 6-1, so they feel like they're maybe the better team coming into this matchup, having already a couple of wins against them. Now playing from behind, they've found a little bit of rhythm here with Johnson on the mound. He's done a really good job starting out in right field, came in to warm up, and now has come on the mound. It has been great against this Cumberland County lineup that really was starting to find their rhythm offensively at the start of the ball game, and has since kind of stalled out.
Well, that said, Eli Ostrander was able to rally back and get the big punch out. His pitch count's nowhere near a problem, so Cumberland County's still in a good spot with the lead, but it has gotten interesting. David Gloop stands in. That one, a generous call. Looked to be up and in, but it's called strike one. Gloop is part of a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning.
He's maybe a little bit closer to the plate.
He's crowding it. 0-1. This one rolled over to third. Fielded cleanly. Long throw to make, but it's on the mark for out number 1. No problem for Cooper Odom.
Yeah, a good play. First time he's been tested today. And again, Johnson has come in. He has really calmed it down for DeKalb County.
It was a lot of base runners for the Jets till he checked in, and then it changed. It went strikeout, 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 error, strikeout, ground out.
And now it's going to turn into, for Cumberland County, we talked about it, you probably left 1 or 2 runs out there on the base path in those first couple of innings. Now you're only down to a 1-run lead. Those could prove huge coming up in the next few.
Here's Eli Ostrander climbing in. He's reached twice. A 4-pitch walk and a single, scored 1 run. So far, he's trying to help his own cause and give himself a little bit of breathing room on the mound. Johnson's first pitch, that one dives a little bit low, 1-0. A lot of movement on the pitches from Johnson. He's been able to pop the glove at about 80 with the fastball as well. Really kept these Jets off balance in the batter's box. 1-0, misses up and in, 2-0.
One of the first times he's kind of been behind in a count, at least this far. He's been doing a good job of getting ahead in counts and working those counts well against the batters.
But 2-0. This one ripped over, and Eli Ostrander has reached for the 3rd time in the ball game. It's his 2nd base hit. And with 1 out, it'll bring up Ryder Myers.
That's a good piece of hitting right there from Eli Ostrander. Outside part of the plate, lets it travel, gets the barrel to it, right through to right field. Now you've got a lot of speed over at first.
Ryder Myers is also 2 for 2. He has a single and a double. He's been left at third twice so far. He'll climb in here with 1 out, looking to regain a stranglehold on the ball game. Johnson, first time. He's given up a base hit since checking in relief. First pitch starts away, 1-0.
And depending on how, obviously, the next few innings go, this is your top of the lineup up. It might be their final chance until a possible 7th inning. So you would like to maybe get 1 or 2 across here as you start to look ahead in this game.
Johnson's pitch waved at and missed for a strike. Don't forget, we got another game. It'll be in a new stream. The White County Warriors taking on Livingston Academy. Jacob Vincent on the play-by-play headset. I'll be doing color, which is always interesting.
Well, try not to fall asleep.
It's going to be a late night broadcast. here from the ballpark, and we're scheduled to be back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see if that holds as Myers pops this one up in the infield. Coming in on it from first is Pritchard. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, that's a really nice play for that second out. Now you're just trying to strand the runner over at first, and not an easy out at the plate.
Here comes Isaiah Shelton. You mentioned it. He walked once, reached on an error his second time up, tanked a home run a day ago. He would certainly love to do that. It's a different day. It is a little bit cooler outside.
Bit chillier. It was the first pitch he saw, too, right after the, well, what they called was a drop in the outfield. The consensus has been that it was caught.
And his first pitch swinging here, sends it into left field. It's down for a base hit. Tyler Thompson jumping in the third base coaching box. Gets away in left. Run coming across to score from Ostrander. It's going to be an RBI double. Now trying to take third and in safely is Shelton. And the Jets regain momentum. An RBI double and then advancing over on the throw.
How about that from Isaiah Shelton? We just mentioned it. He is a tough out, rips it down the line. And Ostrander, who we know has a ton of speed. You said it, Coach Thompson, he knew he had the opportunity. He was aggressive, and obviously it was the right send. And then smart base running by Shelton as well. Watching the throw come in, takes the extra bag. And now you've got another run 90 feet away.
Yeah, we got 3 errors so far for DeKalb, but that was just smart base running for the Jets. And now they're looking for more. First pitch, that's a great one across to Connor Hankins. 0 for 2 with a couple of punch-outs.
That's one of the best breaking balls that Johnson has thrown so far, and obviously the first chink in the armor for Johnson on the mound.
This pitch swung on, sent a mile up into the air. This is a big play. Driver chasing. Kirby's under it, makes the catch, and that will retire the side, but not before the Jets get one back. They now stretch their lead to 2. We head to the 5th in a 4-2 ball game. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. Cumberland County gets one back. They lead 4-2. It's getting intense here in Baxter. Game 1 of 2 this evening after a 3-hour and 15-minute weather delay. We're off and running. Eli Ostrander back to work at 60 pitches. He's going to face off against 8-9-1 in the DeKalb County order. It's go time for the Tigers when you consider only 3 sets of ABs left guaranteed to you.
We just talked about it for Cumberland County. Your top of the lineup was up there in the 4th inning. That might not be coming up until maybe that 7th inning if you're able to get there. Obviously, they're going to have a chance no matter what, being the home team. But they take advantage. They get a runner on first base, and Isaiah Shelton puts it down the line. Ostrander, a ton of speed, scores pretty easily. And now for DeKalb County, you got to try to get an answer back if you can. You at least got to manufacture some action on the base path. And for Ostrander, that may be the confidence you need to kind of settle yourself back down on the mound.
Ben Driver going to lead it off. He walked and came around to third, where he was left stranded back in the 3rd inning. Second appearance against Eli Ostrander. And a first pitch. Called the ball, 1-0.
And it's been that breaking ball that has worked really well for him tonight.
1-0. That one dotted across on the inside corner. 1-1. Ostrander, Odom, and Kirby due up here for DeKalb as they try to save their season. Now down by 2. That 2-run inning did stop their scoreless drought within the tournament. And that had a lot of movement on it across for a strike.
Yeah, you mentioned it. They lost that first game 14-0 to White County. Didn't play yesterday. They get into this loser's bracket game today.
The 1-2, this one flicked up into the air. Christopher has to backpedal, but does successfully for out number 1.
Christopher's had a pretty good couple of days so far. Obviously, yesterday against Upperman, today against DeKalb County. As every time it's been hit to him, he's been able to make the play.
Cooper Odom 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. He'll climb back in again here. And all things considered, Ostrander putting together a really solid line. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors in the field behind him. DeKalb County, 3 errors in the field. That looms large right now. First pitch, that's right across for strike 1.
And of course, Ostrander was able to get on in that last inning and score that what looks like the insurance run right now. Obviously, you'll be looking for maybe some more in these next couple.
0-1 misses upstairs, and it's the first time they were able to get to Johnson at all out there on the mound. He was cruising his first couple of frames in relief. Ostrander delivers another breaking ball foul out of play. 67 pitches now, so he's not in danger at all of sniffing that 120 mark, and it certainly feels like this is his game. They got to find a way to win it, and you worry about tomorrow.
Yeah, you said it. It's close enough now. There's no limit for him, obviously, other than the 120.
Ooh, that was a good pitch. A little, swing there for strike 3. Another punch out for Eli Ostrander. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th. And bring up Dallas Kirby.
Yeah, really good breaking ball that starts on the outside part of the plate. And as a righty, you're watching it the whole time. 5th strikeout of the day for Eli Ostrander. And again, told you, maybe that was the confidence in that last half inning to get him going again here on the mound.
Dallas Kirby's 0 for 2 with a ground out. A couple of ground outs, in fact. And now this one's ripped, and it will be his first base hit of the day. Christopher comes up a little bit hobbled. And that's going to be a 2-out single for Dallas Kirby as the Tigers try to crack back into it.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of slipped on that initial step, and that's where right on the edge of the infield it is going to be a little bit wet. And he's set up over there, not able to get there now. If you're DeKalb County, Cumberland County was able to cash in with 2 outs and a runner on first. Can DeKalb County answer with even more speed over there at first base?
Ty Webb, he's 1 for 2 today. A single, a run scored, and a ground out. Climbs in here. As Kirby, with a lot of speed, takes his lead over there at first. We mentioned the move. We've seen it a lot from Ostrander. Comes home. That one gets away. And going into scoring position is Dallas Kirby.
There's been a couple of key balls that have gotten to the backstop in these last couple of innings. Obviously, a couple of runs came around to score in that last one for DeKalb County. Now you've got a runner in scoring position and one of the better hitters at the plate in your lineup.
Yeah, you get that 1 run back for DeKalb. Obviously, they want to tie the game, take the lead, but it takes 1 at a time for them. Ostrander knows it as well. He's just 1 out away from striding back into his dugout. The 1-0, that one misses outside. 2-0. Tucker Webb on deck next if Ty finds a way to reach. 2-0. That one dots up on the inside part, 2-1.
Yep, right back to the breaking ball. Dropped maybe a little bit lower than he wanted to, but a good spot. Obviously, you don't want to hang it.
Yeah, plenty of power there for Ty Webb. Kirby takes his lead. Big swing and a miss on that one as it ends up in the dirt, and it's 2-2.
Good block up as well by Gloop to keep it in front. You want to hold that runner at second base, and now you got 2 strikes on the batter. Trying to get a big 3rd out here in the 5th.
Eli Ostrander hunting punch out number 6. None would be bigger than this one. As Webb tries to dig into the back part of that box, his foot's right on the line. The definition of crowding the plate. Here comes the 2-2. This one popped up. Christopher tracking it against the night sky. Steps up and makes the catch. And Eli Ostrander strands a Tiger in scoring position. It's Rocky Top time in Baxter. 4-2 lead for the Jets. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. with new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Getting late in a hurry here in game 1 of 2 this evening. It's the Jets with a 4-2 lead over the DeKalb County Tigers. Titus Ostrander, Caleb Hahn, and Jaden Hensley due up. Luke Johnson's only thrown 30 pitches in relief, but a big run back for the Jets in the last inning, giving them a little cushion, and they're looking for insurance as we barrel towards the final frames.
That was really big for Cumberland County. What a job by Isaiah Shelton. How about the tournament he's had so far, especially yesterday into today? He has been really big for this Cumberland County Jets squad, and now you're just looking for even more insurance in these final few innings. Ostrander's had some good stuff on the mound, and pitch count not an issue right now either through the 5 innings of work. So just a couple more for him out there on the mound. We'll see if he's able to finish it out, and we'll see if the Jets are able to tack on a couple more.
4 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Jets. 2 runs on 4 hits, 3 big errors for DeKalb County in this game. Each team's had a couple of base running mistakes, but those errors loom large right now. They're the difference as the Jets try to stave off what's happened time and time again, which is 1 bad inning. So far they've avoided it. They're looking for 2 more clean frames and a couple of more runs, and they can get ready for tomorrow or Sunday in the next round matchup.
Yeah, and obviously we saw it against Upperman yesterday. They were up 4-2, and then the big inning, 6 runs across for the Bees. And even against Livingston Academy in their play-in game, in quotations, up 9-0, ended up winning 9-7.
You know what song just played? National Anthem, baby. Rocky Top. Titus Ostrander has an RBI, a strikeout so far, looking for his first base hit. First pitch swinging here, chops it over to third. It's bobbled a couple of times. Third time, no chance. Too much speed for Ostrander, and it's going to be the 4th error of the game in the field for DeKalb County.
Yeah, sharply hit, and you said it, pops out of the glove, and then just couldn't quite get the handle on it. It was a good throw afterwards, but Titus Ostrander well past first base even once the throw was on the way.
Yeah, it's a couple of bobbles there, and Ostrander is the center fielder today, plays right field when his brother Eli's in center. There's way too much speed. Here's Caleb Hahn trying to move him around, and look at the lead for Ostrander over at first. And now bunt is shown again. We mentioned Coach Thompson. They're going to play small ball. They did it when he was in Sparta. They do it this year at Cumberland County.
Of course, you've got a pretty good catcher behind the plate, so you don't want to get too terribly aggressive off the bag.
Pretty good, maybe an understatement. Ty Webb, he's got a laser over there. If you're going to try and steal, you better have a great jump. You see the bunt being shown by Caleb Hahn. Still looking for his first base running opportunity with a fly out and a strikeout. Shows bunt again, pulls back as that one misses inside.
That was kind of an awkward one as well. He kind of set up and he's moving forward as it comes in.
Softball slap bunt style.
Yeah. You do want to be up in the box a little bit, but he kind of got a late start.
We got a late start. Yeah. 2.5 hour, I should say 3 hour delay. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Good pitch, outside corner, and it's 1-2, and that's exactly what Luke Johnson needed. Probably going to force Hahn to swing the bat.
You said it, exactly what you're looking for.
Lead over at first. That one, wow. Ty Webb, that was unbelievable on the backhand to keep that from getting to this backstop.
Yeah, that's tremendous from Ty Webb. And, I mean, we did a game for him against Upperman a few weeks ago where he had a ton of those, keeping it in front each and every time. If that one gets by, it's a free bag in a scoring position.
That one will not show up in the stat sheet, and it was probably the best baseball play of the day.
It's huge.
That was a great catch. And now throw over back in time is Ostrander. I mean, that was a fastball ripped in, spiked into the ground, and he slides near the grass to get that on the backhand with no ricochet. 2-2. This one fouled out of play. We'll do it again. It's a busy day here in Baxter. May Day, one of the only schools in the country that does it. They got prom tomorrow, May Day today. It's a tradition. So if you had to park at the middle school to get here.
I did.
It is But it is a great tradition. Prom for at least Livingston and Upperman tomorrow. That's partially why we don't know who's going to play when.
Yeah.
Although probably nobody's going to play if the weather does what it says it's going to. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the mitt. Same result. A great pitch for Luke Johnson. He's back in the inning here after the leadoff batter reaches on the air.
And again, that pick by Webb behind the plate proves even larger now. You get the strikeout, you get the one out. The bunt may still be on here with one out, but that's huge right there.
Jaden Hensley has reached twice. Once on a single, once on an error. He has scored a run today. It's a 4-2 lead for the Jets, and it is gut check time for both these two teams in the elimination game. Johnson delivers. Hensley up the middle. Taylor made. Kirby steps on the bag for one. Throws to first for the double play. Inning over. We head to the 6th. It's 4-2. This is the District 7 3A baseball tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back to it here in the top of the 6th. Eli Ostrander at 74 pitches. He's back on the mound trying to keep it right where it is. It's been a quality start. 3-4-5 due up, and this is very interesting, Jacob, because if he works clean, he doesn't have to see the top of the order again. But if base runners start to reach, you're going to face the big bats in the 7th inning with the season on the line.
Yeah, and pitch count not an issue at all. 74 pitches through the 5 innings of work so far, and you get a max of 120, obviously, no matter what. So this is his game. I mean, this is why they kept him for this game. This is why they didn't pitch him yesterday against Upperman to do this right here. And so if you're able to get, like you said, cleanly through one of the tougher parts in the lineup for DeKalb County, feel pretty good.
Tucker Webb has grounded out and had a sacrifice bunt today. He gets another crack at it here. First pitch swinging as he fouls it out of play, 0-1. Looking at about at best 9:45 start time. Is that one? Did it hit him? I don't think it hit him.
No, he's sending him right back.
And the home umpire saying, I don't think so either. It's 1-1. Tad Webb going to go in and have a word. Tucker Webb just trotted on down to first.
He tried to sell it.
I don't think it hit him. It didn't even cross my mind that it may have hit him.
Well, I mean, Gloop caught the ball. So.
Not sure what happened, but it wasn't the baseball hitting Tucker Webb. He's back in there now in a 1-1 count. Maybe I missed it, but I don't think so. And right back, Ostrander on the outside corner. It's 1-2, and for Webb, he's got to dial it back in here. The 1-2. Did that one? Nope. Missed inside. It's going to be 2-2.
He thought about selling it again.
That one was closer.
It was close. That's the wildly effective.
There's been a few weird plays in this game. There's been a few weird plays this entire season in 7 AAA, if we're being honest.
Yes.
That's why we have no clue how this tournament's going to go. We
Yes.
have a general idea of number one.
Yeah.
The 2-2. This one, chop foul, we'll do it again.
Yeah, and even Stone Memorial looked pretty good yesterday in their win, 5-1 against Sparta.
The 2-2. That one misses, and we run full 3-2. AB that probably deserves a full count.
It's a really good battle right now. You said it, Webb kind of had to settle back in, got to refocus, and he's been able to do so. Can Ostrander get that last pitch?
The payoff pitch swung on. This one rolled over. Going to be a tough play, and it gets over the or under the glove of the shortstop, who throws it down in disgust. Not happy as Caleb Hahn over at short. I think it's going to be a base hit. Hahn wanted to get the glove down, but he had to stretch on the backhand and couldn't quite get down to it. So it is going to be a single for Tucker Webb.
Yeah, it was just kind of far enough over that it was slow roller, so that's why it felt like he should be able to get there, but just far enough. And now we're going to have a visit here to the mound. 81 pitches for Ostrander in a 2-run ball game.
And I wonder if this is more about the frustration shown by Hahn. He spiked the glove into the ground, and I'm not sure Tyler Thompson loves that just from we got to keep our head perspective if you're the Jets with a 2-run lead as the game-tying run comes to the plate.
Absolutely. Obviously, you don't want to give up a base runner, but you've got the 2-run advantage. Just look to the next play. You've got an opportunity to maybe turn it up the middle now.
And to Hahn's credit, I don't think he has a chance on this planet to stop and make that throw to beat Webb on his way to first base.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously coming out of that left-handed batter's box. He's got a good amount of speed, and that's got a really long throw from deep in the hole at shortstop.
I mean, you got to make a perfect back pick, just plant your feet, and beat a speedy runner to first. That's a tough play to make. I love the competitive fire, though, certainly, as Evan Pritchard climbs in. Now a throw over from Ostrander again. 81 pitches for him, and this is huge. Season's on the line. Winner advances. Loser is it tonight.
Now, winner moving on. We'll play the winner of the next game against Sparta and Livingston Academy. And would be another elimination game.
Ostrander out of the stretch delivers. Bunt shown. Good pitch. Outside corner for strike one.
And you're probably going to see a lot of small ball right now from DeKalb County. You got that first runner on. You're only down by 2 runs. You just get that first one across and make it a 1-run game again.
Pritchard struck out looking in the second. Then was hit by a pitch. Came around to score in the fourth. Ostrander checks over the 0-1. Another great pitch. Backdoor slider, 0-2.
He's thrown a lot of them, and that's why it's been a really good spot. He's had a couple of boomerangs up there as well.
Ooh, little wobble. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball misses outside. 1-2. Thought they may call a balk on that. He had an extra little hitch that time. Webb with a shallow lead. Now extends a little bit over at first. The 1-2. Close, but missed outside. 2-2.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit up.
I think it ended in the zone, but
yeah,
it's way past, just out. Now the pitch count becomes interesting. 86, here comes the 2-2. Fastball bounces in and gets away from Gloop. And a potential deficit in half-cutting run. That's a thing. Heads down to second.
Well, and makes it a full count. You mentioned that pitch count now up to 86. So that's going to start to become an issue here.
And I have no clue where Tyler Thompson goes. Third game in 3 days.
You don't have Minyard. Yeah, you threw a couple of guys against Livingston Academy, and this is where the way that this tournament is set up makes it really difficult for the team that wins on Wednesday.
Payoff pitch, waved at and missed. That is a big punch out for Eli Ostrander. Strikeout number 6 on the day. First out of the inning. Here comes Luke Johnson.
Well, and for DeKalb County, it's kind of a wash because you were giving up the out to move that runner into scoring position, so you got that accomplished. Now you're trying to move him over and bring him in.
What do you do here with 1 out? You're down to your final 5 outs on the season. It's a little tougher to play small ball in that situation, but we'll see if they do. Nope, Johnson swings away. This one set up into left, a beat on it in left, and the catch is made for out number 2. No problem for Ryder Myers, and exactly what Eli Ostrander needed, a 1-pitch out.
Yeah, and that's one of the first times we've seen it hit up in the air against Ostrander as well. A lot of them have been on the ground in the infield. And now for DeKalb County, you said it. You're down to your final few outs. They're going to make a change here on the base path as well and try to maybe bring some speed on.
Yeah, a little more speed going to come on here as there'll be a runner for Webb. And they're going to have Cantrell come on and run for him. And a huge spot for Colin Young. The DH has an RBI single, kind of punched it through the middle on a hopper. He struck out as well. Third appearance against Ostrander. Not sure where the slider missed, but it did. 1-0.
Well, pretty good. Maybe a little bit low.
Got so much movement on it. The 1-0. Do it again. This one chopped over towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. And Eli Ostrander retires the side. He's got 30 pitches left to play with. The Jets looking for insurance in the bottom of the sixth when we come back. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Bottom of the sixth, 4-2. The Jets with the lead. And here's a big thing that happened for Eli Ostrander because he got those last 2 outs. In the 7th, due up for the Tigers, 7-8-9. He's threatening to not have to face the big bats again, but this is still certainly up in the air in a 2-run ball game. Christopher Gloop and Ostrander, 8-9-1, due up for the Jets as they want some insurance. And just 38 pitches for Luke Johnson in relief. He's been up to the task, allowed just 1 run in his relief outing so far, but the DeKalb offense hasn't been there against Eli Ostrander.
Yeah, right now that 1 run's looking like the insurance run. Obviously, Cumberland County is going to try to get 1 more here in this 6th inning and give a little bit more of a cushion for Ostrander coming back out in the top of the 7th. So this is a big inning here for Johnson to try to keep another 0 on the board for DeKalb County and give his team a chance coming up in the top half.
Paul Gentry's tuning in. You know where Paul is?
Gentry's Power Equipment.
Your hometown Steel and Exmark dealer, the presenting sponsor of today's game. You should go check them out on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville for your outdoor power equipment needs and service department as well. Don't forget, best in the business there in Cookeville. Been with us a long time. We so appreciate them, as do you as well. Make sure you let them know as the first pitch is across for strike 1. And
Gloop. Eli Gloop.
Eli Gloop is in hitting here in Christopher's spot. We saw Christopher kind of get hobbled after a step on the wet grass. Quickly in, it's 0-2. Yeah, Gloop does look a little different than Christopher.
Christopher did make that play to end the last inning, so he was able
I'm
to.
not sure that was him. In fact, as the 0-2, that one waved at and missed, and it's a quick 3-pitch punch-out. Luke Johnson's giving DeKalb a chance to win this baseball game.
He's done a really good job. Obviously, just that 1 hit has been the difference so far from Isaiah Shelton down the line. And again, you get 3 outs, but another 0 on the board. See what you can do.
You look at his outing right now, just that little blip, as you mentioned. Outside of that, he's worked really clean. His defense backed him up with a double play. There have been 4 errors, though, for DeKalb County so far. First pitch swinging in right on cue. There's your announcer jinx as that one's put in the left field by David Gloop out of the 9-hole looking for insurance. And here comes Eli Ostrander trying to put a stranglehold on the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game Award. He's reached 3 times already, 2 singles, a walk, and 2 runs scored.
And that ball hit right on the screws. A nice job by Gloop out of the 9th spot. You're able to reach, and now one of your best batters at the plate. We'll see if he's able to move him around with 1 out.
The best hitters in the entire Upper Cumberland in the batter's box here for Eli Ostrander. It's gut check time for the DeKalb defense. Another block by Webb behind the plate. Ball 1. We have a full another game, another elimination game coming up. If you're a night owl like me, you'll be just fine. If you're not, get your caffeine. Let's go.
Like me?
Here comes the 1-0. That one waved at and foul tipped. And you'll have enough time in between games, run down.
Get some coffee.
To the gas station, get what you need. Be all right. Then we're back here at 10 a.m. in the morning if the rain holds off, which means we're back here at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
That's when I'm on my A game.
Interesting.
Tonight we'll have fun. Tomorrow morning.
I'll be doing the first game tomorrow. Well, depending on who it is.
Yeah, that was the gallery chirping. Maybe not, Jacob. There's a 1-1. You probably prefer it at a 10 a.m. start. And that one gets away. No chance for Webb as that one bounced a good 10 feet in front of home plate. And now a big potential run in scoring position as Gloop advances over.
One of the first times we've seen a little bit of a shakiness here from Johnson on the mound, who has been really solid so far.
One last part. God bless the home plate umpire at a 10 a.m. start time. With me on a headset. God bless you.
Especially if you're the color commentator.
Oh, yeah. Good point. The 2-1 coming. That one misses up and in, and it's 3-1. We did that in the state tournament for basketball. Thankfully, the Bees just blew them out, so it was pretty easy. That was a little cruise control game. 3-1 coming to Eli Ostrander. It's a hitter's count. There's an empty base. You don't want to make a big mistake if you're Luke Johnson here. Kicks and deals. And a little late swing set into foul territory. Full count. Big moment here in this ball game. Big moment in this district tournament.
Jets trying to stay alive, get into that game tomorrow. Play the winner of Sparta and Livingston Academy.
Have to win 2 tomorrow if you want to keep your season alive. But first, it's this one. The payoff pitch, breaking ball. What a pitch. Strike 3 in a big second out for the Tigers defense.
That's huge. I mean, able to work all the way back, get back into it, and get that second out of the inning. Obviously, you gave up the base runner into scoring position. Now you got to get one more out and see if your bats can get the job done in the top of the 7th to extend it.
Here's Ryder Myers. He's 2 for 3. A single, a double, and a pop out. And that was close back to second, but diving back in.
Kind of crept in and just not quite paying attention was Gloop at second, able to get back in safely.
48 pitches for Johnson in relief. He really wants to come back out in the 7th. To do so, the Tigers will need at least 2 runs. Maybe more, depending on what happens here. That one to Myers hits him right in the back of the thigh, and he'll head down to first. Runners at first and second. Uh-oh. Here comes Isaiah Shelton, who's having himself a tournament. A walk, and reached on an error and an RBI double so far today.
Yeah, that is not who you want to see at the plate now with your season on the line, and you got a runner in scoring position. You see Coach Webb pointing to his defense. Hey, he hit it down the line last time. Be ready left side.
This is a big moment in this game. Isaiah Shelton trying to add significant breathing room for the Cumberland County Jets. 2 on with 2 outs. Johnson trying to hunker down. First pitch blocked up by Webb.
Yeah, and pointing out in the press box, there was a mile of room in right center.
Maybe a mile and a half.
Between center field and right fielder.
You could park 4 tour buses in between space there in center and right. And everything has been that way for Shelton, so it makes sense. That one misses up. 2-0, and now a very experienced catcher. Ty Webb going to go out and just walk a little closer. Hey, take a breath. We're good here. 7 hits so far for the Jets. They have had opportunities for more runs. Can they cash in here? Uh, 2-0. A pretty good pitch, but it did miss outside. A great take for Shelton. It's 3-0. Behind is Connor Hankins. He's a cleanup batter, a good hitter, but he struggled today. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a pop out. Here comes the 3-0 to Shelton. That one misses. Ball 4, bases loaded, and here comes Tad Webb to at least have a word with his pitcher. As Johnson finds himself in a jam against the cleanup batter, Connor Hankins.
And they've been able to work around some bases loaded jams so far today. 0 outs, 1 out, and now we'll see what they can do with 2 of them up on the board and the cleanup batter in the plate for the Jets.
Back in the first inning, the Jets had bases loaded, nobody out, got 1 run. In the second, they had bases loaded with 1 out, got 2 runs. Now they have bases loaded with 2 outs, Just one would be huge for him. With Eli Ostrander on the other side, he has 30 pitches to play with at 90. And we'll see. Is it going to be a change?
It's Dallas Kirby.
It is going to be a change. Dallas Kirby takes the ball potentially or not. We'll see. He's stomping
Maybe.
on it.
Nope.
I don't know if he
Never
is.
mind.
No, he's not. He gave us the old bait and switch. And it's going to be Luke Johnson. And you get the righty-righty matchup here.
Just got to make one pitch if you're Johnson.
This is a big opportunity for Connor Hankins to erase his tough day at the plate with one swing of the bat. 52nd pitch for Johnson here in relief. First pitch swinging, sent up into the air. Driver gives chase. Has a beat on it and makes the catch. Needed one pitch, got one pitch. Last chance for the Tigers maybe this season. When we come back, it's 4-2. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Here we go. This is the ball game. Top of the 7th, a 4-2 lead for Cumberland County. It is 7-8-9 due up for DeKalb as they try to stave off elimination in the District 7 3A tournament. Eli Ostrander at 90 pitches, trying to close out a complete game victory. Tyler Thompson kept his ace in his back pocket for this game. He's given him a strong performance, but now he's trying to slam the door.
I was just going to say, Coach Thompson is getting exactly what he wanted out of this ball game. The offense been up to snuff. His pitching been up to snuff as well, and he saved Ostrander for this contest. Obviously pitched a little bit against Livingston Academy, but kept it under that 25 so he could pitch today at 90 right now. So he's got 30 pitches to work with to get the 3 outs, and you got a couple of run cushion.
The Jets sputtered into this tournament, but because of the format, unless you're a top 2 team, didn't matter at all what your seed was. The 5 seed right now trying to advance on to Saturday. It'll bring up Logan Duke. Nope, it's going to be a pinch hitter, and it's actually going to be Porter Hancock back in. He started the game in this spot. He re-enters here, trying to start the inning as a base runner for the Tigers.
You mentioned it, late night. It's been a great game, though, between Cumberland County and DeKalb County. DeKalb County, a team that made the region tournament last year. Cumberland County, a team that struggled, and now with Coach Thompson back there trying to keep their season alive.
And really, you know, besides that end of the season, when Tyler Thompson was announced going back to Cumberland County, I think everybody went, ooh, that's interesting for them considering what they have. You're seeing it a little bit here in this tournament. Considering what they did yesterday is that check swing is strike one.
I mean, they had a chance yesterday. Yeah. They were up 4-2 in the 4th, and B's experience showed through.
Comes the 0-1. That one, they're still big bad wolf on the block here in this district, but every other game is going to be very interesting, we think. Here comes the 1-1. My goodness, that is nasty for strike 2.
Yeah, on pitch 93 as well, just as good as it was in the first inning.
That may have been the best one he's thrown, just ripped in. The 1-2, that one misses low, evens up the count.
DeKalb County's been fairly patient. Obviously, you mentioned 7-8-9 due up.
And they need a base runner. That's all they're looking for here to start the inning. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Another breaking ball for the punch-out. Eli Ostrander, 2 outs away.
And goes back to that breaking ball, gets him to swing through it. Gloop doing a good job keeping it in front and making the catch.
Ben Driver will stride in. He has walked and popped out in the game. Was stranded at third, back in the 3rd inning. Ostrander trying to close out a really strong outing, getting back in the win column. This slider slapped over into right. It will drop in. Driver does the job. Potential tying run comes to home plate. And Cooper Odom, nope, it's going to be another pinch hitter here. And the top of the order coming up next for Dallas Kirby. Ben Driver does the job.
Yeah, that was a really good job. First pitch he sees on the outside part of the plate. Pokes it into right field after he lets it travel. Really good job by Driver, and you said it. You're just looking to get that first base runner on and see if you can bring him around.
Kirksey will stride in and be the pinch hitter here for DeKalb County. Runner at first. Ostrander at 96 pitches. 97th, bounces in. Gloop able to get the glove on it.
And if he's able to reach and you're able to get back to the top of the lineup, and then the pitch count is up near 100, that's when it starts to get interesting.
Throw over.
Now, obviously, Cumberland County, they'd have a chance no matter what coming up in the bottom of the 7th if it were to get extended to that.
Silas Kirksey is the pinch hitter here for DeKalb County. If you haven't already, hit that like button on the stream. Comment along with us. Subscribe or follow the page. That one chopped foul. If you're watching on NFHS Network, we welcome you in as well. We'll be back in a new stream after the conclusion of this one. A brief intermission.
About 30 minutes.
Livingston and Sparta going to face off. Runner at first with one out here. Tying run at the plate for DeKalb. Season on the line. Pretty good pitch. Able to lay off. Nope, it's a strike.
So he offered.
And he did that little check swing, so strike 2. That was the 6th hit of the game for a Driver. The little flick into right. He throws over again. DeKalb, to their credit, they have been privy to that move from Ostrander all game long. Dallas Kirby on deck next. Kirksey trying to get it done as a pinch hitter. 1-2. He sends this one a mile up into the air. Myers in left. He has no idea where it is, and it drops.
Wow.
That sends the go-ahead run to the plate. It's going to be a hit. Ryder Myers never had it in left. And now Dallas Kirby, who has been clutch his entire career in every sport, will stride in here in a huge spot.
It just must have been one of those where it got above the lights, couldn't quite find it, and then it comes down, and you're not quite in the right spot.
He never had it. He put his hands up and said, I don't have this. Nobody else could get there. And now, is it going to be a pinch runner on for Kirksey potentially?
Yep.
It sure will be, so we'll see who comes out. And there, everybody's going to play today for DeKalb County. They need some more speed. And I don't even have him on my roster. My apologies. Cooper Odom, who started in that spot, he re-enters. So that was his spot in the order. He re-enters and will run here for Kirksey, who just pinch hit for him. So use the rules to your advantage. Here's Dallas Kirby. He's 1 for 3 today, singled in his last appearance. 100 pitches for Eli Ostrander. First pitch in. Kirby was trying to take a lead with that one. It's
trying to hit it hard, yeah.
And you don't need that right now if you're DeKalb, quite frankly. You need something into the outfield. You got a lot of speed
Hit
out
something
there.
hard. That's it, yeah.
He's choking up on the bat now as Kirby right in the front side of that box. This one chopped over. Could be 2. Bounces off the shortstop. Flip to second. Will get the out. So sticking with it from short. Gets out number 2. And now here comes Ty Webb, the catcher. And this is poetic for DeKalb County. This is who they want at the plate. He's trying to keep his career alive.
That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to bring one of your best players to the plate, a guy that's going to go play college baseball next year. One of his final chances possibly in his career. He's got a runner on third, and obviously you've got the tying run over at first, so it's going to take a little bit of magic here for the Tigers.
Eli Ostrander trying to close it out. It has not been perfect, but it will be perfect for Cumberland County if he can find a way to get this out. 101 pitches. And now time is called. Gloop going to go out and give some signs. Oh, this is what playoff baseball is all about right here, right now. The Tigers have not gone quietly, but will it be enough? Ostrander trying to slam the door. First pitch right there for a strike. Great throw on the outside corner.
That's a tremendous spot. Get across for strike 1 right on that outside corner like he said.
Ostrander out of the stretch. The 0-1. Swung on and missed in the dirt. 0-2. Tigers down to their final strike.
That's a really, really good job by Gloop as well to keep it in front. And now if you're Ostrander, you can go anywhere on 0-2.
.103 pitches for Eli Ostrander. They kept their ace for this game. He's trying to reward his head coach for his trust. The 0-2 to Ty Webb. Runner goes, no throw, so he pulls in safely, tying run in scoring position. Gloop was able to get that on the backhand to keep it from scoring a run, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, you're conceding that the whole time, especially with 2 strikes. You're just focusing on the batter.
Kirby at second. The 1-2 to Webb. Swung on, rolled over to second. Fielded cleanly, throw to first in time, and Cumberland County gets it done and extends their season. Final score tonight, Jets 4, DeKalb County Tigers 2.
What a job by Cumberland County. Win that first game, lose yesterday, put in a tough spot, able to get the job done today. And how about Eli Ostrander going all 7 innings, the complete game, only allowed the 2 runs. And Cumberland County keeping their season alive for at least one more. Will get a chance to play the winner of Sparta and Livingston Academy.
DeKalb County never quit in this game. It was a fast start for Cumberland County. The Tigers answered back, but Ostrander more than good enough on the mound. A couple of timely hits, 4 big errors in the field on the other end, and it's the Jets who advance on, having only used 1 pitcher today. We'll see if we play baseball tomorrow. If they do, they'll play at either 10 or 12:30 against the winner of our next game between Sparta and Livingston Academy. But they do win game 1 of 3 that they will have to get back into the winner's bracket.
And Eli Ostrander, no question about it, your Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game, obviously got the job done on the mound. All 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, but he got the job done at the plate as well. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored in the contest. And Ryder Myers, he had a pretty good day. 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in. Obviously, Shelton drove in another one with Titus Ostrander driving in that 4th run. Big win for the Cumberland County Jets. They'll get a rest, and depending on what happens tomorrow, they'll get a chance to play either LA or Sparta.
DeKalb County closes out their season at 5-21. The Jets improved to 11-15. A new stream coming up about 30 minutes from now. It'll be a late night with us, but another elimination game, and it's Livingston and Sparta. What more could you want? We hope you'll join us for it. Jacob will take the play-by-play headset. I'll be on color, and we'll take you through all the action here. Once again, thanks to Gentry's Power Equipment for being a presenting sponsor of all of our postseason coverage. Final score in Game 1 tonight from Baxter. Cumberland County 4, DeKalb County 2. Much more to come. Don't go anywhere.